OBS Studio, but not in Streamlabs OBS. So everything looks wonky as fuck right now, and I apologize. But I wanted to get online. So, yeah, there's that.
It threw me right into a Twitch ad.
Sounds about
We're
right.
on the internet, by the way.
Hey.
All right. So, hey, hi, we're live. Hope everyone is having a better time than I am with trying to get this shit set up. So I had a bunch of new features and stuff for everybody, but I'm pretty sure that went to the curb as soon as this fucking thing died out on me here. So positive note, what I do have is there's a bunch of new stuff for the stream avatars. If you had your stream avatar set up with stuff last week, you'll probably notice that you're running around naked again. It's because I redid everything. I redid it so it would be easier to make things in the future, and it is. We have hairstyles now, so you guys can actually like not be running around naked and bald. Now you can be naked with hair. And there's armor types, there's tons of weapon types. Added some new stuff, like there are horns for the females, or males if you want to. There are eyelashes now. So you can distinguish yourself a little bit. And who am I missing here? Sin, where are you at? You're way over here. Okay. And there's more stuff on the way. Okay. Let's get all of this shit and throw it all down underneath everything. Okay. Hey, look, it looks kind of like it's supposed to. So yeah. Bob, how the fuck did you get a flaming sword already?
It's not locked out.
Nope. Three swords, everybody, hurry.
What? And we're all dead.
Boo.
Where'd it go?
What?
Fucking Bethesda.
Just works. He turned us all off because I found a free fire sword.
It definitely shouldn't be free.
Flame lick?
Yeah, it's not free. What the fuck? It costs. So you must have bought it then, because it costs 1,500 cliff coins.
I don't have that many cliff coins.
Nope, we totally bought it, so you should put it back.
Really?
I mean, I totally just bought it too.
Fire.
What the fuck?
It's okay. He killed all the avatars anyway.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, that's fine. I have a command to remove it from everybody anyway, so.
Who's that's less important than, the B&Ds. Or
I'm so confused at why that worked.
Just everyone here for stream avatar.
Whatever, fuck it.
We'll fix it later.
There's a new animated fire sword that's in here too that apparently
at a discount
with a custom animation and a custom attack animation. I'm a little bit upset over that one now too.
Poor Cliff.
Okay, so who wants to do recap?
I got notes for days.
Okay, you go ahead and do that. Meanwhile, because it's not showing on the screen, Sin, you have 10 influence points. John, you have 16. Jake, you have 7. Bob, you have 10, which will be 11 after you finish this. Melissa, you have 8.
So, last week, Jake was not with us for real-life reasons. However, just to make sure that he was covered, we all threw in random rock puns and assumed Beryl was optimistically present and always said things. The session before that ended with the Bright Knights saving us and resurrecting Screech. They then, seeing our sad faces, offered to escort us back to Durentius. Move my notes over here. They guided us on a forced march, regardless of day or night or breaks or, anything. Straight marching on towards Durentius until we kind of got the idea that they're not stopping at all. And so one of us asked, hey, can we rest for a bit, And when we did, they didn't rest as well. They just formed a perimeter defense, facing outwards, and the most they did was kneel. They didn't sit or lay down or anything. They just kneeled and faced outwards. In fact, we didn't see them eat or sleep during our time with them, only drink. They stood guard. We had long rests. And when we woke up, another group of elves had arrived, and they were very unhappy about non-elves being present. They spoke aggressively, threatened us in Elven, to which, after a point, Chaplain tried to defuse the situation by speaking in Elven, but that only further insulted them, and things were moving really close to being violent. The group roused very quickly, packed up their stuff, and kind of got ready for a fight. Trying to avoid the fights, the group kind of moved in a defensive perimeter away slowly, and the other group continued to follow for like half a mile, something like that. Some amount of distance that was considerable enough that they were definitely following us, until they just like hit a wall and stopped and didn't follow us any further, and we continued on. Where did I get lost? We still don't know if it's just a feat of endurance that helped keep the Bright Knights up, or if they're undead or something. We had theories on it.
Let me interrupt you for 1 second, Bob. I'm sorry.
Sure.
Good thing you didn't put endless hours in this week to make sure this all worked solidly.
Yeah, it's a good thing that I didn't do all that. Bob, can you please start off with where you left off when we were on the old thing and switched over to this thing?
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to back up. We arrived at...
I'm going to go cry for a minute. I'll be back.
Durentius. The Bright Knights escorted us there. We got past all the elves that were attacking just by, walking away calmly and slowly. At Durentius, we offered the Bright Knights to rest, but they simply dropped us off like we were at daycare and kept going towards the Windshield Woods. We arrived late at night. Absol and Arkin did some shopping around and visited some family. Arkin, being Arkin, tried to haggle some prices to unreasonable levels, but the vendor called him on his bullshit. So he didn't end up buying all the alchemy poison-making supplies he wanted. But Absol came in after him and was able to acquire the missing supplies by trading a suit of armor he had found, the magic item that he didn't need. Night passes and Chaplain finds a bag of coin under his bed, a fairly considerable amount for where they're at. This is one part where I don't remember exact time frame. Was it the morning that the bloody sun faded away?
The bloody sun was there up until the end.
Okay, that was the cliffhanger. Okay, yeah. Chaplain tried
Not
to
anymore.
Right. Chaplain tried to do some early morning shopping, but found the town sleeps early in the day and no one was awake. So Chaplain performed another sermon to the few people who were awake, and the party regathered. This time with plans to head to the city of Falmore for more supplies and, more importantly, to check up on Nesvar. Before heading out, Absol and Arkin toyed with the idea of having Chaplain investigate their mom that I can't remember the name of. After some hemming and hawing, they decided it couldn't hurt and at worst would annoy her. Chaplain couldn't find anything medically wrong with her, and after a bit of discussion found it apparent she was very anti-religious and had seen many healers and priests in her time. So he focused on the fact that she was tired and drained of energy and attempted to create some concoction, not to heal or cure her, but to just give her some energy and treat some of the symptoms. I rolled really well. No idea if it worked. We'll find out. Maybe never. Then the party went to leave. The mother threatens to hunt down, or pulled me aside and threatened to hunt me down if anything bad happened to her kids. I think I crit succeeded on a stealth check to leave like 10 gold coins on the dresser as I left.
Pretty close though, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we headed out. When we got to Falmore fairly uninterrupted, the city was empty, mostly abandoned. Very few people in the streets. It's like it's been dangerous or something. We went to the bookstore that was Screech's home, and it was locked, with a note from Nesbar telling Screech to move on, and that the bookstore would be a waste of her skills and time in future. Screech then asked Arkin to pick the locks on the door.
It's my house.
Arkin
Wait, wrong character.
Arkin asked us, to cover him while he picked locks in broad daylight, and we did a very poor job of that, not really understanding it and being super obvious about it, but no one was really around anyway. Once in the bookstore, Arkin started searching for valuables, but found nothing of worth. Screech dug around for books on how to play the violin, came up empty-handed, and asked Chaplin for a hand with it. Chaplin crit succeeded on that one, on the investigation check, and found a book written by the royal violinist, some epic level bard or some such, sufficient that reading that book made Screech proficient in violin, albeit still rolling poorly. Chaplin also came across a book about Warforged that I'm going to have to go see what was. And then I believe we headed back outside to find our next task, and the sun stopped being red. I think that's where we landed off.
Yeah, so
The thing landed on the outside of the wall.
Pardon?
There was like something coming from the sky.
Oh, right. There was a meteor from the sky or something that crashed nearby the city, and that's where we were going to go investigate. That's the piece I was missing.
Yeah, so the important part with that was there was an explosion that came from the sun, and as the shockwave rippled through, it sort of destroyed the red, and then you seen something falling from the sky to the other side of the city, basically. Your explanation was more elegantly than mine, but so thank you. With that, you got yourself an extra influence point, which everybody can now see on the screen because this is the correct layout that I spent all day making, which is, I know, identical to the one that we had before, but it's not. So I'm pretty sure, here's what I think, and I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure that you guys were able to buy it for free because of your status.
Damn right.
But I'm pretty sure everybody else had to buy it. Actually, hold on, I need to check. So, Allie did coin somewhere up here, I thought. Allie did coin, No. So Allie only had 90 Cliff coins and has one. So I'm assuming that it's just fucking busted somehow. Because why not, right? Things working is overrated. So we have that. We have the updated goals here. So here's the thing, right? The name changed. You guys all know because you're here. But with the name changing, that is going to severely impact the amount of people that come here because people aren't going to know who it is. So the important thing, the important goal that I would like you guys to work on today, your quest, if you will, is to retweet the stream, share it on Facebook, get that out there. Make sure you guys hit that 10 retweets or shares. For one, you're going to get a Cliff coin jackpot, which is a lot of fucking coins. It's going to go out to everybody. But for two, we need you guys to share this to get the name out there because otherwise people might still go to twitch.tv/ItsCliffGaming and they're going to get to, oops, this page doesn't exist unless you have a time machine. I need to take a sip of wine.
Why would you need that?
I want wine. We didn't go buy wine.
Oh, it's so funny. So I go out there to get more water, and Brittany's pouring a glass of wine. She's like, I heard everything that's going on. I'm pouring wine for you.
Aw.
That's a good
And
one.
look at what. So if you retweet this, so here goes the cool fucking thing that's going on with this time, right? One of the things for your Streamloots characters that I'm working on making, for one, I need to figure out how to charge you, because you shouldn't be getting this for free.
Meh.
But if all our goals are met this week, I am creating the outfits and appearance of all of the legacy characters. So Vardrak, Batsu, Vakta, Taldir, maybe Grimble. Maybe Grimble.
Do it.
And if
Deviant.
we hit all 3 of our quests this week, everybody will get that for free. You won't have to do anything.
Ah,
Everything isn't free, just the sword.
I can be my babe again.
Quick to stream loots. I can clear that myself.
So just the sword is free. So just the thing that should cost the most is free. That's cool.
Yep.
Free legendaries.
I'm gonna look this up again. I don't understand this one.
Congratulations on your epic sword at level 1.
Working as intended.
Right?
Shabam. And make no promises on what this does. Sorry, everyone, but not really sorry.
Currency settings.
Do we have a... Oh, we do have a golden D20 tracker. That's neat! They're all 3D and shit.
Yeah, we have 4 D20s up for everybody.
Those stay live between weeks now.
Yeah, so the golden D20s are going to stay live forever until they're used. Okay, Allie, can you check to see if that is free still, or whoever, anybody who wants to? Oh, hey, the Streamloots link is broken too. Everything's broken tonight. See, when you change your name and everything is automatically associated with it.
It's
Yeah.
almost like using a name identifier is the wrong thing to do.
Right, which is not, but it is.
But it is.
Sword looks like it's still free.
Sort of.
Submit. Okay, well, fuck it. The sword's free. Have fun. I don't know what else to do, so have fun. I've lost. You've won. I've lost. The sword is free.
Breaking that die.
All alerts have been updated. The Streamloots cards, I am in the process of updating the alerts for, so I have the alerts turned off right now. But the Table of Fate rolls, follows, hosts, raids, subscribe, bits, donations, all that shit has been updated. I demand it tomorrow for free. Great idea, change the name. All right, so Smooth Blend is one of my coworkers, and he's actually one of the ones that suggested that I change the name. So fuck you.
Oh, okay.
It's all good. Okay, so I think that's everything, right? I don't think I have anything else to talk about. Maybe I do, but I can't think of it offhand, and if so, I'll interject with it. So with that being said, let's roll the intro. All right. So, you guys are in Durentius. I'm sorry, you guys are in Falmore. You're outside of this apothecary when you guys see that explosion from the sky and all of a sudden the red just dissipates, and all of a sudden from where the sun is, you see this flaming object hit outside the walls just to the southeast of where you guys are standing.
Oh shit.
Perhaps it would be a good idea to investigate that. Perhaps it would also be a bad idea to investigate that.
Perhaps.
Perhaps it'd be a good idea to go in the other fucking direction.
And what if somebody found one of my friends and threw them up really high?
Would they be in the sun then?
I mean, it could look like they came from the sun. Let's go look.
So a ball of fire falls from the sky and you want to go towards it.
Why not?
Let's go
Because a
look.
ball of
in Barrel's
fire
voice.
fell from the sky.
Let's go look.
Counter the point. The ball of fire did prevent the sky from being red.
Did it?
Perhaps it is a good thing.
Goodness gracious. Great balls of
Perhaps.
fire.
Let's go towards danger on a bunch of assumptions. Sure, let's go. You all go first. I'll be in the back.
I love this disguise kit, by the way.
We need to get like a mustache and glasses on John while he's in the disguise kit.
I might have those big.
So, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, lead on.
Going towards the fireball. Where the land?
Yeah.
As
Abs
one
is
does.
going towards it already.
Let us approach with caution.
Yeah.
Are other people
Behind a
heading
great
towards it too?
distance.
Is there a reaction from the common public? What there's
Definitely. So as you guys are debating amongst yourselves, you're seeing people start to spill out through the southern exit, and people are definitely trying to figure out what the hell just happened.
Are they running towards it then?
Some are, yeah. Some are just standing about and gossiping and gasping and wondering what it is, but there are some that are wanting out, including some of the city guards.
It seems we are not alone in our investigation. Shall we?
Cliff,
Yeah.
does it look like any of the shopkeepers left their post?
God damn it.
Go check this.
Give me a perception check.
Morality check.
A what?
Sorry.
Perception, please.
Okay.
Y'all some shady motherfuckers.
Damn it.
You don't notice any immediately. You're more interested in what the party is trying to pull through. Motherfucker.
Beryl, would you lead the way?
On what?
Follow Beryl.
I'm just following. I'm just happy now. I'm just like, all right.
Yep,
To
several-
the flaming pile of death. That's what I always say.
I guess that would make it right.
So, as you guys head out, you see that there's a small group that is gathered in the wood lines a couple yards away outside the city. And as you make your way to said wood lines, you see that there is this large impact crater with just this thick bellow of smoke coming out of it.
And Cold Ear pops out. Can't read Cliff's expression. We'll find out. I'm gonna keep approaching, but at a casual walk, hoping that I'm not alone in my investigation. Because
No, Barrel's gonna be like very optimistically, just like walking right up to it.
So you have to push your way through the crowd a bit. And as you guys get on to the edge of this crater, there's this large impact, and in the dead center of it, it appears to be the body of a person curled up in the fetal position.
do they have wings?
They do not have wings. But you do notice that this person has a very pristine golden mask while the rest of his body is charred.
Hello, old chap. Are you okay?
He fell from the sky.
That means he is most likely injured, presuming he.
I mean,
I would
mean,
assume that he's dead.
it looks like he has some sort of fancy mask on.
Yeah, let's go check that out.
I thought you might be interested in that.
I'm
No,
going to
to
attempt
see
to
his
descend
well-being.
into the crater, probably very poorly.
It is...
How deep is it? Yeah.
The crater, I mean, it goes down pretty steep. It's about 10 or so feet down at a slight incline. And the smoke coming off of him is very thick. And you just see momentary breaks as it catches the wind that you're able to actually see the body of this person.
How fucking fast would he have to hit to make a 10 fucking foot crater? Jesus.
Take your physics
Anyway.
and leave.
I'm real tempted to do the math.
Do it.
About how big does this guy look?
He's...
About how many kilograms would you say?
How many kilograms? I would say that he looks like he's probably only about 160 pounds or so.
Motherfucker.
Tiny.
They can convert to kilograms. Yeah, I'm gonna try and slide down there, and I see a hurt person or a dead person.
Also
Yeah,
sliding down.
Absolutely gonna go with him.
We can all die together.
Is everybody else going too, or are you guys just going solo?
Hup, hup, that's what I always say.
Well, we got myself, Absol, and Beryl at least. Screech will probably follow because Screech and
Yeah, I mean,
will
Screech
probably
is
try and
like
loot
next
stuff
to
in the
Beryl.
crowd.
Several steps behind.
All right. Everybody that hopped in the hole, please give me a Constitution check.
Yep.
Hot, 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 hot.
Which is not me.
That's a save.
Oh
God. Today
Okay.
is not.
That's better than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
And we're all dead.
Ooh.
Not doing great there, are you, Abs?
Absol's burning his ass off.
Hold on.
We have golden d20s.
Can't see what. Yeah, well, you do have 4 golden d20s if you need to use.
We should have 6. By the way.
Not yet. Not officially. Not officially, you don't.
You can burn one. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take a nat 1 on a Constitution.
Yeah. There you go.
Don't
So,
be
yeah.
Vakta.
plus 3, so 18.
All right. Yes. So. You guys
11.
feel the immense heat radiating off of this person, and by all accounts, they should be dead. But as you get closer, Chaplain, you notice that they are breathing rather erratically right now, but they are breathing.
I'm gonna kind of get close and kneel, or probably not kneel because the ground is really hot and weird, but just lean towards them and see if they can identify that I'm a person and I'm there and such, and greet them.
Give me a
you
medicine
injured?
check.
Skills, medicine. Meh. For level 2, can't expect a great rolls always.
He definitely seems unconscious to you. You can't see his eyes due to this mask that he has on, but
Okay.
he's not responding to you as you're walking up. And like I said, his breathing is rather erratic.
And he is charred visibly.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Then I'm gonna burn a healing spell on him. Once I remember where that is. Yep, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay.
I'm gonna just roll that with no one targeted. Bearing in mind the funny math, I healed them for 13.
Yep. So, as the heal spell goes off, you guys all feel this sort of charge of energy as this being bolts up to his feet and bolts backwards out of the hole, really before you guys even have a chance to react.
Oh.
It is not wise to exercise so quickly after being injured. I'm going to climb up back out of the hole.
Yep.
I'm following them, just climbing right back out.
In the direction of Hoppy Fuck.
In the direction of what?
Hoppy Fuck.
Hoppy
Whatever.
Fuck.
He doesn't have a name yet, so I get to pick one.
Hoppy Fuck is good.
Uh,
As you guys make your way out, you see he's standing there with his hands on his knees and he's breathing. And now that you guys are getting a better look, you're seeing that there is this humanoid creature standing there, bare ass naked, wearing nothing but a gold jackal head.
I dare say, man. Would you like some clothes?
How much for the mask?
Screech turns and just glares at Orkin. Just...
Where am I?
But Falmore, friend.
Yeah, right on the outside of it, at least.
What's the name of this island? I mean, it's Ozo. Never mind. Thank
Ozo.
you.
Of course, he fell within the Ozo layer.
Ozo. And it worked.
What worked?
So that was intentional?
Yeah, that does not look like success.
I mean, he seems quite fine to me. Can you show me how to do that? That looks like a handy trick.
I don't think that you'd make it through the first layer.
The first layer of what?
Never mind.
The ground?
I'm going to pull off my backpack and start pulling out a set of commoner's clothes to hand to him.
He takes them and he puts them on. Thank you. Do you all have an area that I might be able to rest a moment?
Bookstore.
I mean, yeah, I guess that'll work.
Yes, we do.
Home.
Well, now, hold on just a minute now, that guy. Left a mighty hole in our ground over here. I don't mean to be rude, but that's somebody's land. You can't just go off trouncing around resting when you made such a mess.
Oh, sure he can, as long as we leave before anyone notices.
Daryl just like widely gestures around at the crowd of people. Yes, nobody noticed. Indeed. Okay.
Who's to say he did it?
Well, once I get back, I will take care of any monetary inconveniences that I may have caused. But,
Oh, good, because I was really inconvenienced.
Frickin'.
go ahead and give a deception check on that one.
Fucking trying to deceive this fucking
Shit.
good fucking
He
luck.
doesn't know who this fuck this guy
I
is.
know.
He's very inconvenienced.
Well, I will send a steward over to collect your name, and you will be compensated for any damages caused.
Excellent.
The important thing is that we have
Son,
the issue in the sky taken care of.
Yes, what was that? That was quite weird.
please let the man rest.
Yeah.
Person, rest. Do you need aid getting to the library?
No, I can walk just fine, thank you. It should only be a few for me to gain enough strength to be on my way.
Screech, please lead the way. Sky.
Screech nods enthusiastically and starts marching back to her fucking bookstore.
So,
There's the dog.
what do you all know of these events that are going on here?
I don't know, Cliff. What do I know? Because my backstory is kind of hazy based off of flopping things around.
I'm. He's referring to the whole vampire thing.
Ah!
Well, there does seem to be an awful lot of undead around. Just a bit more unusual than normal, but then the sky turned red, and then you fell from it. So that's equally as weird.
Yeah, all we know is that they started appearing after the, what was it, Ark and the demons and the devils went away.
Yeah, several years ago there was uprising of demons and such all over the place, and then that kind of sort of went away. And then after that, at some point, vampires started becoming a problem.
Yeah, first there was a few, then I guess those few made more.
Yes, unfortunately, this little blood war we have going on is not nearing its end just yet. But you all need not trouble yourselves with that.
May I inquire, who is we?
Well, let's just say that I represent a very powerful group, and my reach is very far. Judging by
sky.
those symbols that you have on your chest, I can assure you that you would appreciate my work.
I understand. Thank you. Have we arrived to the bookstore?
You guys are making your way through there,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, it's only maybe a 10-minute or so walk to get there.
So you're one of those religious types too, huh?
That's definitely one way to put it.
Are you injured?
No, I'm fine, thank you.
I'm gonna hold out water skin because I have those now.
He takes it and just kills it.
I'll take back the empty skin, assuming he hands that back.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Now, you say you're with a group. You talking about the Bright Knights that are around here?
No, not at all. I have no affiliation with them.
What group are you referring to then?
Well, give me a persuasion roll, Beryl.
So persuasive. I got this. No, I don't. Oh, actually, I am proficient in that.
Oh, thank you.
Charisma!
Yeah,
Um,
at least he didn't piss him
let's
off.
just say that I work closely with some of the pantheons.
I find it interesting that you use the word pantheon rather than deity.
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, there are cosmic changes at hand with deities. The pantheons, they don't change.
It is conflicting.
There is much to understand about it, and if I had the time to go over it with you, I would love to. But unfortunately, I need to get out of these common robes.
Would you prefer vestments?
No, thank you. This is fine.
I have those too.
But what I do need is to send a message. If you all don't mind, I just need a few moments. And he closes his eyes and just starts walking.
I can always appreciate a good pray walk.
So is this man suggesting that he is a god or pantheon?
No, either that or he works with them. I mean, I don't think no mortal can take a fall like that.
How do we know that he's on the side that would help us and not hurt us?
Because he has not attempted to hurt us yet.
Well, that doesn't mean anything. He can hurt us later.
Yes, he's exhausted right now. We give him
Are we
food,
having
water,
this
and
conversation
rest.
in front of him?
He walked away.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So after some food, water, and rest, what if he's like, haha, you fools, I am the vampire lord, or whatever.
If they are capable of falling from the sky and surviving, I'm not certain that providing food, water, and shelter would be the difference between our demise and our success.
Okay, so maybe we should find out what the hell he's doing here.
And we can only do that by speaking to him. Which that time is amplified by offering him food, shelter, and rest.
Okay, I'm just saying, in times like this, some among us are a little too trusting. Exactly.
She hisses at him.
The feeling's mutual.
I'm glad we can get along so well. It's nice not having facial expressions sometimes.
Is that sarcasm? Are your kind capable of such things?
If my kind was, would your kind be capable of understanding it?
Depends. I'm the only good one.
Good.
Excuse me now.
Subjective.
Says the man constantly trying to steal from everyone. Yes. Okay.
Have I stolen from you?
I don't know. Have you?
Check your belongings.
I don't
Not
know.
in your
We haven't
presence.
stole a single thing from any of you.
But it's definitely good to know where I stand now with all of you. I will return to my reading now. He goes over and plops down the corner and opens up his book, starts reading.
May I ask what it is that you are reading?
You sure can.
What is it that you are reading?
A book.
And what is the title of that book?
Let's see here. I believe it's pronounced Nunya.
Ah, I am familiar with that. I'm going to walk over and physically look at the book.
It's written in some like demonic language that unless you know how to speak it, you have no idea what it says.
John, roll me a d6, please.
Okay. Four.
As you say, I believe it's called Nunya, you feel this sharp pain in your brain as you take 4 points of psychic damage.
Oh, that's cute. The reading cartoon.
Just rubbing his temple. Oh, yep. You idiots are definitely giving me an aneurysm.
You need medical aid.
Go away.
Absol goes and he sits down next to Arkin. He like just shoes off everyone else.
Thank you for the conversation. I enjoyed it. And I will walk off. I'm going to stay in eyesight, but I'll give him 20 or 30 feet.
After just a few minutes, he heads back to where you guys are. Thank you. I have sent out word that everything has been done, and I will not bother you all much longer.
You are of no burden, but thank you. Shall we continue?
Yes, thank you. So, what is it that you all do? You appear to be a unit of sorts.
Well, right now we're searching for my brethren. This city was attacked, and they disappeared somewhere. Now we are trying to find them.
And if you don't mind me asking, how long ago was that?
Would be like just shy of a week about now.
A little bit over a week.
Okay.
Yeah. And you haven't heard from them since?
No. We went back to my home to check to see if they went back there, and they went there, and then they got mad. So we came to find them.
Well, let me give you the closure you need. They are dead.
How can you be so sure?
A week, no contact with what's been going on here. Just call it an educated guess.
Well, yes, but you see, my people tend to be a little bit less favored by the bitey bleedy types.
Yeah, well, I admire your optimism.
Well, sometimes you need to have every bit of up in the boat. That's what I always say.
All the same, if they are deceased, finding the bodies is still appropriate.
And priority.
I don't know if you all have seen the aftermath of vampire attacks, but there's usually not a body left to find.
Well, if there's nobody left to find, then we'll hunt down the sons of bitches who did it and take back what they took.
That is a plan that I can fall behind.
Above all else, they are evil after all. They must be put down.
Bear in mind that evil is subjective, but they do harm others.
And I'm sure that no one in present company has ever harmed anyone else.
Alright.
Only when they needed to be hurt.
Be careful
Screech
of that
turns
one.
and looks
It
at
bites.
Arkin.
As I said, evil is subjective.
Oh, what the fuck is that orb saying?
Look,
Ooh.
Mr. Mask Face, what can we call you?
My name is the Jackal.
Okay, Mr. Jackal.
You didn't get this.
Let's
I
start
know, but-
with with an easy question that apparently everyone else is too afraid to ask. Are you a god?
That is a perplexing question. Give me an insight check. What would make Arkin be able to even come to that conclusion?
The simple fact of what he said so far, and then the fact that he fell from the sky, landed,
Strong clue.
didn't no scratches on him. Talking about fighting the blood war, and so he's making a huge assumption
Holy shit.
Yeah, he is.
That is not a title that I have adopted for myself, but it is fair to say that I am probably the closest to one that you will ever encounter.
And what pantheon would you be ascribed to then?
Knowledge.
When life gives you the jackal as a god, it's time to find a new god.
Can I... So, genuinely...
Did you say that?
No.
Okay.
No. I'm answering for you. You did not say
From
that.
the previous campaign, I actually don't fully understand the jackal nonsense. I joined in too late. So
Same.
This is genuinely... would like to roll religion to try and recognize the mask in religious context.
Sure.
That's all I got.
Oh my god.
Nice.
So the mask has no religious significance that you can think of or ever heard. But echoing back to his previous statement to you about how there's been some changes that are happening, you know from your teachings and upbringings that there was a god of knowledge that definitely was not the jackal.
If I remember correctly, the god of knowledge bore a symbol of a spool. You do not bear such a marking. I'm trying to remember my random symbols.
Well, I believe you are referring to my predecessor, Agma.
Correct. And in what manner are they your predecessor?
Well, in the manner that I killed them.
Oh.
I see.
Arkin closes the book, puts it away, and it's like full attention now.
You see, the gods have grown too comfortable with their power. And long has their influence been nothing more than reaping the rewards of the worship that they receive. But when the cataclysms were happening, when famine and disease spread, when people are asking for a god to help, where are these gods?
I know I ain't getting no fucking help.
I've been saying that for years.
May I
So,
ask?
That's why you don't look up for faith, you look down.
That's where I look. And I got some hope.
Did he say his name already? The Jackal?
Yes.
May I ask, Mr. Jackal, do you have worshippers?
Mr. Jack?
there are still those that blindly worship the pantheon of knowledge. There are those that worship me in fear, but I do not ask of anyone to worship me. You see, I did this for the fact of needing a change, tipping the scales, if you will. And once I learned of the weakness and exploited it, then I took the portfolio for myself. And for the good and the bad of it, I have been making it my life's goal, if you will, to reset the pantheon, to allow new gods to enter. Sometimes it goes as planned. sometimes it does not. But the important thing is that I am here when I am needed.
I apologize for continuing to interrupt. Would you be opposed to worshippers and followers?
I am opposed to anyone who blindly worships someone. If you are worshiping me, let there be a reason.
I help guide all to the faith of their choice. I am asking merely because you are another deity, or taking place of one that many may still remember.
If you're asking if I'm going to come down and smite someone for worshiping me, then no. But I am not offering any special boon or any bit of knowledge or anything for their worship. I don't need worshippers. I need people who want to learn, who want to think for themselves. And in doing so, they won't want to worship.
Gonna pull out my prayer book and start taking notes.
So the way that you're talking, it sounds like it's not that you're just a member of some group. It sounds like you yourself are leading this charge against the current pantheon.
That is a fair assessment to make.
Interesting. And you are here to answer someone's call who is one of your followers?
No, I was here to answer the call of everyone. Once the skies turned red with blood, I began hearing the prayers. I waited to see if anyone would be able to step up. And no one did. So I looked for answers, tried to figure out what happened, and then I learned of how the skies became the way they did. Once I found that out, then I worked towards reversing it.
Well, what happened?
So you've all met the Bright Knights.
Correct.
Well, opposite of the Bright Knights are the vampires, the spawn of Taliso. Taliso was one of the 12 ancients, the first of his kind, the first of the Knight's children. As I said before, my goal is to take these gods who are doing nothing but absorbing the power and getting fat off the misery of others and resetting the balance. Unfortunately, one of those portfolios fell into the hands of the vampires. And the first thing that they did was give it to Taliso. So Taliso now possesses the portfolio of the sun. And if you were a vampire and your only weakness was a giant ball of light in the sky, what would you do?
Well, blot it out, probably.
And bled it out he did. But luckily for us all, he doesn't quite understand his powers just yet. So I was able to exploit that. Now I have a few, for lack of better terms, friends that I will reach out to, and we will work towards reversing this. But I don't want to interfere too much, as the mantra still remains. Even if a god is doing something so overwhelmingly negative, they are still doing something.
I ask questions, and for reference, he's had quilled paper and just gone. May I ask a question?
You may.
From what you have said, the pantheons have only moved by your actions. Was it as a result of your actions that Taliso acquired the pantheon of the sun?
Yes.
Was that intentional?
No. No, my edict on this is I am casting the portfolios down to Argus, free to claim by anyone who may. The only one that I directly intervened with was the portfolio of knowledge, which I wanted for myself.
Well, do you have any more than the portfolios to hand out?
I do not. As I said, they are being cast to Argus. If you see something shoot from the sky, it may be one.
Arkin leans over to Absol and says, "This guy might be our chance to save Mom."
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But he seems to be leaving soon. How do we get him to Durentius?
You could just ask him, or at least, the very least, ask him if he knows a way to cure her. He's the god of knowledge. He knows shit.
If he's getting rid of the Pantheon, then what would he be doing with their angels?
That's a question to ask him. At least it would bring us one step closer to having some sort of answer.
Absol looks up and walks over to the jackal. So, what if they're... What of their angels, their ASMR that follow the Pantheon?
ASMR's blood is derived from celestial roots. I'm not wiping out lineage. Their blood is still their blood. They will still have their celestial touch.
Then how would one lose that touch?
There's many of curses and plagues. It's hard to say. The only real negative of my actions are people who blindly devote their faith to a god and know nothing else will be lost.
So, how would one go about helping one of these ASMR that are losing their touch with life?
Well, all living things die, boy.
But so young without any intervention? I feel like there's a way to stop that.
I apologize for my brashness, but I feel you have a direct question to ask, and you're beating around the bush to do so.
I just want to know if you're actually able to help with one of these ASMRs. We have one not too far off, about a day and a half journey, and she is getting worse and worse every day. This happened about the time that the demons and devils went away. At the same time, all of this shit started happening.
So, did anything directly affect her?
No, not that we're aware of.
Well, I am no healer, but the question does perplex me.
If it is of aid, I performed a medical examination on her, and there was no medical cause for her injuries or ailments that I can ascertain.
Even more intriguing. Well, I have a few days until I will be able to leave from here, so why don't you take me to see her?
Apple like gets up and starts walking to the door already. Do you need any more time to rest, or are we good to go right now?
I'm good to go if you are.
And he like looks at the rest of the group.
Proceed.
Arkin walks up next to Beryl and says, "Perhaps you should ask more questions to figure out if he knows for a fact that your people are gone, or if he is just assuming based off of what you've told him."
Well, it seems as though he's pretty certain, and I find it quite funny that he is so certain of himself when he himself claims to be near godlike, and then rags on others for putting absolute faith in one being. But I will keep my eye out. But I have not yet lost faith.
So I assume we're out the door and continuing to talk as we travel, because I'm sure we have a lot more questions for this fuck off.
Yeah, I mean, I
Jackal
imagine that we were like still heading towards the bookstore and kind of like, yeah, right this way, buddy.
Screech just looks so lost and confused following this group around. She's just like,
We're all
what?
lost and confused too.
She has no idea what the fuck's going on.
Same.
Poor baby.
Excuse me, Mr. the Jackal. You
Just Jackal is fine.
You say that you possess the pantheon of knowledge. Is that for the purpose of finding the other pantheons?
Yes, that was the reason that I chose Agram first.
First. So you intend to continue until all pantheons are distributed?
Well, yes, I told you that's my life goal. We're already 7 down.
Out of how many?
Well, of the old gods, 37. But then we have secondary lesser gods, and even a few people who have some divine power that don't possess a portfolio, but they're not really of my concern.
And I ask, what portfolios have moved by your hand?
Knowledge, writing, poetry and song, craft, pain, justice, and the sun.
Is there one of profit? Asking for a friend.
Read. In Nesbar's voice.
You hear him
Oh.
chuckle.
All pantheons have prophets.
Yeah, sure thing.
There's trade. I believe that's the one that you were referring to.
Sure.
Also, if you don't mind, you can drop the phony accent.
Accent.
Well, I would prefer to drop it once we are out of the city. I have my reasons.
Ah. Did you
And-
know that if you write enough in the notes section, the lines disappear?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry for everyone who has to listen to my typing.
Now, for everyone else, I know this is a bit of a sidetrack from what we were intending to do, and taking this time to kind of go back to our old town to see what help we can do for our dear old mother doesn't seem like maybe high on your priority list. But if I can be real with you for a moment, our mother gave birth to Absol first before myself. And everyone was so pleased when they saw him. He was so shiny and beautiful and had the little angel wings, whatever. And then I came out. And they insisted that she should have me killed. And she did not. So I owe everything to our mother to see that I can do everything that I can to save her. And I hope that you all can understand that.
That
It
makes
is
sense to me.
natural to care for your loved ones, no matter how few in number those may be.
Yes, and now I'm down to 2, and I want to at least keep that much.
So what of your father?
Mother won't speak about him. She'll start telling us a story, and then she'd start crying. So, as far as we know, whatever's happening, he could be responsible.
We'll find him. We'll find him one day.
So
He hurt our mother, and we're going to make him pay.
So if she is Asamar, then he must be the one that was touched with darkness.
Perhaps.
Well, you didn't mention any deal with the devil or anything of the such to create you.
Not that she's ever mentioned.
It's perplexing.
Do you have any more to continue on that conversation out of character? Because Chaplain's gonna give that time before interjecting, but I have more questions.
Arkin doesn't have anything else right now unless someone else mentions it.
A few minutes later, Chaplain will speak up again. Mr. Jackal.
Just
Is
Jackal is fine.
I didn't put the in it this time.
Mr. the
Still.
Jackal.
Is there significance to the mask?
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, I'm gonna fail that. He's gonna.
might work.
No!
Yes, there is. And he just continues walking.
Thank you. See, I'm on this weird fence because, like, he's proving that he has the powers of a god and is working towards change, be that for good or bad, that's subjective, and I preach and help all faiths and all religions and God's war all the time. This is nothing new. It's just, in this case, one of them's winning for once. But he's also killing the people I worship too, so I'm just really conflicted and don't want to piss him off yet until I get more information. So I'm conflicted, but I'm trying to hide it. Behind the fact that I don't have expressions. But I got nothing more that's coming to mind for the moment.
So he just keeps on walking, following behind you guys.
Cliff, my backstory.
Yeah.
From what it originally was with a high-level campaign, are we rolling with everything is exactly the same, save for the physical location?
Yeah, that sounds perfect.
Okay, and it was the physical location on this continent somewhere?
Yes.
Can you give me a rough where?
I would say that you are actually from Falmore.
Gotcha. Well, that kind of cataclysmic event would be memorable, don't you think?
What do you mean?
The fall of the temple. That piece of the backstory is what I'm referring
Oh,
to.
you mean the original location? Yeah, no. So I would say that you could probably use the original one that we spoke of.
Okay.
If you wanted to.
Eventually, I'll need to know what peninsula that is, but
Yeah.
okay. Miss Jackal, you say that the pantheon of writing, poetry, and song have moved, which are two separate pantheons, correct?
Correct.
Do you happen to know what happened to the pantheon of writing?
Yes. The Pantheon of Writing has been reclaimed.
By a tabaxi.
Correct. Trixie was the name that she went by.
I heart Trixie.
Is that a reference?
Yeah, we had a short one off, and I was fucking dumb. My orc died.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I'm still mad. She was a good noodle.
That Trixie, as best as I understand, is either malevolent or does not understand her powers.
There is a learning curve. It's rather incomprehensible for you to understand the level of power that one of these portfolios contain. And going from someone who had no knowledge of religion or the arcane to suddenly becoming a god, there were some issues.
What sort of issues?
Issues of not understanding the words in which they have learned and the power they carry.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Yes. This I ask because this Trixie, in speaking some of these words, caused the fall of my temple. which is why I am not there. She spoke words I have not heard, perhaps words from before time. If I could repeat them, I wouldn't.
Yes, that was early on once she adopted the portfolio. Trixie has always had a desire to help, which is what made her the perfect candidate. But ignorance and willingness often cause disastrous mixture. And the temple that you are referring to, I have heard about. And I'm sorry for your people and your loss.
You know the names of anyone else that has taken a pantheon beyond yourself, Trixie, and name
Taliso.
starts with a T. Taliso. I have it written down.
Yes. Jonto has taken up the portfolio of poetry and song. And Farthen has taken up the portfolio of craft. The portfolio of pain and the portfolio of justice have yet to be claimed. And then at that moment, the cops show up, and they're after Arkin.
Surprise! Thank you, Jackal. I'm gonna back off and I'm going to pray walk. I don't expect anything of it, but to Trixie, the god of writing.
And
Just
are you
to-
praying anything in particular? Like, hey, bitch, I know what you did last time.
I want to know how they feel for the actions of the temple. I want to know what they plan to do with the gift they have. I'm looking for their motives.
Give me a religion check, please.
Please roll well.
'Kay.
I'll take a 19.
So nothing, like, immediately happens. No beam
Yeah.
of light shoots down from the sky or anything, but yeah.
No, I'm not burning an alt yet. Okay, someone else can ramble. Try to hear my own voice.
And is anybody else bringing anything up?
So as they're walking, Absol's like marching in front of everyone, trying to get the group to speed up, and he takes some time. He goes in his head to try to contact, well, not really contact, but like send a message to his patron. He says, I know you're a little pissed right now. I have this deity, this being with me that has the portfolio of knowledge. So I'm gonna need something if you want me to try to gather some information on your whereabouts.
And are you, like, walking down the path, like, saying this to yourself, or?
In my head, like, yeah, he's just walking in front of everyone.
He's praying to his god.
Mm-hmm. Everybody's doing a little praying.
Like up.
I'm just waiting for Sin to swear his third character to the
I know.
Jackal.
Normal,
I
right?
was on the fence about my first, to be fair.
To be fair.
To be
God damn it,
fair.
Lyca's going to bed.
No, yeah, she is. Damn.
Our dog puts herself to bed. She wants us to go to bed, so she goes upstairs to the bed, hoping we'll follow.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
Yeah.
So, like, as you're saying that, you hear back, have you not found the location yet?
I have nothing to go off of. Killing vampires doesn't give me that much.
Well, that's because you are wasting your time trying to cure the uncurable instead of grasping the power that I have given you.
Also, hi. Glad you're finally talking to me. Now, again, this being is here, so he can help. I just need more info from you.
What do you want to know?
A name would be good. Something to go off of realm you're in. Give me back my eye.
That eye is mine. And through it, I see everything you see.
So you can see who I'm talking about. You
I've
have any
seen
knowledge on this
everything
person?
that you've done since our first encounter. And being such, I'm not sure it's such a great idea to bring a god into the mix.
He's taking out the gods. He doesn't even call himself one.
Yes, yes, yes. Details, details.
It sounds like the portfolios might be interesting, though. That might be a second stop if I can manage to find you.
You are too weak for a portfolio boy.
That's what you're here for.
So, you're going to find a portfolio and then give it to me?
Can you even take one? Wouldn't you need me for it?
Let's make this clear. You need me, I don't need you.
We're helping each other. I thought that was the deal.
Yes, yes, yes. The deal. Well, how about you ask your friend about Shar and the Shadowfell?
And please, my eye.
Your eye is being used.
Okay. All right.
Wear an eye patch. Take it from him until he gives it back.
And as Apps was walking, he like stops for a little bit, and he keeps going, and without turning around, Jackal, can you tell me anything about Shar, the Shadowfell, and anything about that whole deal?
Give me a persuasion check.
Don't roll a 2 like I did.
What do you want to know?
What's going on with your pantheons? Do you have any kind of goals to go to Shadowfell and to deal with the beings down below?
The Shadowfell is not really of my concern at the moment. The deities, they are at best secondary.
How would one go about reaching this place?
Die.
That escalated quickly.
Well,
That'll rock his world.
Now let's say I'm not in the mood for death. There has to be another way.
No. Not really. You could attempt to make a deal with one of the deities there, but one way or another, the road ends in death.
So the deities of that area would allow transportation?
Make the right friends, anything can happen.
No. I appreciate it. And he goes back to marching instead of walking.
So, Mr. the Jackal,
Jackal is fine, and
He's gonna
I
kill us.
Fucking
drop
great.
the accent.
Mr. Deject.
Okay. So let's say that one of these books that you are throwing down to the ground is picked up, and then the person who gathers it uses its power to then beat all the other mortals to the rest of these portfolios. Wouldn't that make one very powerful being?
In theory, but in the history of all that is history, no one has been able to contain more than 2 portfolios. Just grabbing a portfolio is a near guaranteed death sentence. The reason
Near.
that the portfolio of justice has not been claimed is not for it hasn't been discovered, but it has killed 7 people who have attempted to claim it.
So what makes the difference between life and death?
The power that you have within you.
Justice, how lawful are you?
Challenge accepted. That's what I always say.
You would die.
That's what you think.
That's what I know.
That is what the portfolio of knowledge knows.
Educated guess, right?
No, that is a fact.
So, quick description. Describe the physical mask he's wearing.
It looks like a jackal.
Does it
It's
cover that?
gold.
Does it cover the mouth?
It does. So it is a fully encapsulated helmet that actually seals at the neckline and seals up to the back of his skull. And at first glance, it's actually difficult to tell where the mask ends and where his skin begins.
And tell me, how did he drink?
There is a
Like
hole
he
where the
needs
mouth
to.
is.
Yeah.
There's a mouth hole to it. There's 2 slits on the nose. But the eyes are completely covered.
I'm going to pull. Do I have any food on me? Please have some food on me. Or have I passed that all off to other people? I have given away all my food.
Are you gonna shove food in his mask hole?
I want to see how he takes it off and what's under it.
He doesn't take it off.
Put it
I
in my
know.
mask hole.
I just want to see him like feed beef jerky into the slot or something.
My head just keeps coming up with all these different, just like mash it against the face, or just like mask hinges up to the void and the food goes in and the mask comes back down. Like I can't.
That's frightening.
That's horrifying, and I love it.
Oh, he just looks like
That's where my brain goes.
Akarami. Is that the void guy from My Hero?
I haven't watched My Hero.
I have a thought.
Oh, that's dangerous.
I'm going to spend a solid hour in silence, praying as hard as I can to the jackal just to see if he hears me. Just to kind of testing his godhood to see if the divine power he has is I'm going to pray to knowledge. I'm going to pray to the pantheon of knowledge and see if he pings.
And what are you gonna say?
Dig.
Shut up.
We're not the bastards. Fuck off.
Yes, the standard whispering wind.
Yes.
That's what one does when they speak to their gods. Dick.
I guess
You guys don't pray that way?
in case I don't get an answer from him, in case just because he's the god of knowledge, whatever it is, I want to know the difference between a pantheon and a god and how they relate to the worshippers. I want to understand what a pantheon is.
Okay.
Because I know what a
praying
god
for
is.
the knowledge of it.
I'm praying for... correct.
Eh? All right. And anybody else? Screech, you have been absolutely absent from this conversation.
Yeah, no, Screech is probably, as they're walking, reading through the violin book and ignoring all this because who gives a fuck about religion?
People fell from the fucking sky.
And she has a book on violins! Priorities!
I thought her goal was about, like, you know, her wings and
Yeah,
all.
flying and all that.
She has books, but
Like-
she's read them.
She's like, fuck that, I have a
So
violin now.
she's reading the new book. She really loves to read. It's part of her character. Like,
Really, God of knowledge is here, but I'm
Yeah,
kind of
no.
hoping I can figure this out on my own.
Yeah.
I never said she was smart. Her intelligence is 8.
Yeah, and finding the god of writing would be really tricksy.
I quit. Fuck you.
Does the feel that Beryl gets, like, from the ground and the earth any different when the jackal is around?
Give me a nature check.
Okay. Nope.
No. I mean, the weird thing for you is, like, with you being so attuned to nature and nature being your quote-unquote god, if you will,
Mm-hmm.
like, this just seems like some dude. Like, sure, he's powerful, but, like, you've heard of other powerful people, and they weren't gods.
Mm-hmm. Because, like, I'm not so much focused on, like, the divine energy as much as, like, communing with the power that is the planet. Okay. I mean, Beryl's not, like, super interested in, like, worrying about all their religious nonsense because he knows that there are other religions that he doesn't need to care about. But just a dude. Powerful dude.
Dude with a mask.
Yeah. Not gonna fuck with it.
So, these friends of yours that you said are here, around here, other places?
Around, but on Arrakis, yes.
Do we know them?
Do you
Would we know them?
Do you know a lot of powerful beings?
Not really.
It's probably pretty fair to say that you don't know them.
So it's one of those you'd know if you saw one of them type deals, correct?
With most of them, yes. For the good and the bad of that statement.
Are they in books?
Books may have been written about them.
would they be names that would be recognizable to the religious types?
Not really, no. Most of them have a very touchy relationship with religion, not unlike yourself.
So your friends are mortals.
Yes.
Others that possess the books.
The ones that possess the book are no longer mortal.
Oh. So it does fully transcend you.
If you are able to contain the portfolio, it alters you to your very being. That is why I did not die from the fall. You cannot kill a god by normal means.
Would an ASMR have a higher chance of being able to hold one of these books?
Not necessarily, no. Their bloodline does not dictate their power level. If you are not strong enough mentally, it will destroy you.
Tell me when my hour is up, Cliff.
Will do.
I'm gonna go pee while I'm praying.
Multitasking.
Didn't know Warforged needed to pee.
Hey man, they got a
Oil
really
leak.
too. And as you guys are walking, he just stops abruptly. And he's like, it's getting dark. And with what happened, I don't think that it would be safe for us to march through the night.
It wouldn't be safe for you?
I'm looking out for you more than myself. But, to be fair, Taliso is going to be pissed.
To be fair.
Pissed
Yeah.
about... Oh, you fixing the sun thing.
Yeah.
Here
Do we-
comes the sun.
Should we plan on that coming back anytime soon?
I would not bet that it will.
Well, let's start making camp. Rather do it sooner rather than later.
Well, I'll follow your lead.
Apsel's gonna go off into like off the path a few, about 100 feet away from the path.
And what are you guys doing as far as setting up camp goes? What
Normal
precautions are you taking?
normal campy things.
I assume we're safe with
I mean,
that
it-
knowledge.
I mean, does there seem like there's any like more like specific threat other than what we've been normally dealing with?
I mean, there's no apparent threat right now, but you did just have a god give you warning.
I missed that.
Yeah, you did. Shouldn't have
Okay.
repeat. No, he just suggested that that you make camp as with him restoring the sun, that the vampires might be a little angry.
That angry.
Dicks.
Arkin's gonna do his usual thing and kind of
Tick.
stealth and separate from everyone.
Barrel, perhaps you could hide our trail as we leave the main path.
I can certainly try. However the hell I would do that.
Don't you have a thingy that makes our footprints disappear?
Oh, yeah, right. Pass without a trace. Which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't have a target target to target the jackal.
That's fine.
Not that I think he needs it.
I'm sure he'll be fine.
Sure. That
As
should
my-
have given it to... Wait, where are the 2 buttons? Oh. There we go.
Bob, can you give me a D6 roll, please?
Sure.
What did... Oh, I have it twice. Oh, well.
Oh, then my stealth would have been a 37 then.
Jesus.
Oh, I should be
A
rolling.
little bit higher.
Arkin just.
Yeah,
fucking
everybody should have rolled
disappears.
stealth with a +10 modifier after that.
It auto did it.
Yeah, so everybody go ahead and roll stealth with the +10.
BAM!
Hey, I didn't do that.
I don't think that should be a +22.
It automatically handles the +10.
Oh, man! I'm super stealthy. Can we do it? Can we do it? Huh? Damn.
No.
Oh.
I was hoping he just disappears from existence.
He becomes the earth.
It'd
Mold
be
into
terrifying, just crumbles to the ground.
Friends.
You just see like a mound of rock come up in front of you, and like just a mouth just starts talking. You're like, yeah,
Yeah.
Kill it now!
no, talk.
Did
Like
I
that
hit
scene
my-
from The Office where Dwayne's like, yeah.
Did I hit my hour of prayer, by the way?
Not yet, no.
Yeah.
But yeah, hiding.
So yeah, so you
Really
guys
well.
make your way off the path as stealthy as possible, and begin setting up camp. And as you do, the jackal separates himself from the group, and he sits down on the ground in a prayer fashion. And as he does, you guys start seeing like this glow of like light blue light shining off of him. And as you guys are building camp, he continues to pray. And then once you guys are done after a little while, he gets up and he joins the group.
I want you to know that my notes have the phrase "Jackal praise the color blue."
So
Cool.
I don't assume that Talisa will be able to follow us or identify our location, but just in case, I put a little spell on us for protection. So if you all want, get some sleep. And we will finish up this little journey in the morning. By now your hour is up, Chaplain.
I have more questions for him, but I'll wait until the morning, and I will enter low power mode. I will still keep eyes open and perceiving what there is to be perceived.
Absol is going to work on his poison.
Okay.
Oh, do we have time for that?
Yeah.
How dark is it?
I mean, you guys have a fire going.
Oh, I assumed it was, hide from vampire stuff. If we have a fire going, yeah, I'm going to do the same.
Yeah.
All right, give me your respective roles, please.
Oh,
Well, that didn't do well, but
yeah, none of us really.
Yeah.
we're
All three
distracted
of
by
you.
the god.
Wait,
Yeah,
I don't have.
All three of you biffed it.
I don't. Hold on.
That still adds up to our sum, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. All right.
At least I didn't roll a 1. Got a 2.
Ones are bad.
I don't
Okay.
have a blacksmith tools. Isn't that what I picked?
I don't know. Did you ever actually pick anything?
Yeah, remember I was doing blacksmithing with, but like stone weaponry kind of thing. Was the idea?
There you go.
Schwabam!
Not bad.
All right.
Screech, are you trying to practice your violin any?
God.
Not at night. I don't want to draw attention.
Okay.
I took that into account. I don't want to draw vampires to us.
That's your downtime activity.
You might repel them.
Or they might try to come kill me to stop the sounds. So
Just leave everyone else.
Yeah, so you guys do your crafts and then turn in for the night. And this is actually a good time for us to take a slight intermission.
I was literally just about to ask because I gotta pee real bad.
Yep. So, do 5 minutes here. So get back by like 10:13 if you can. 10:13, 10:15
Okay.
at the latest. For everybody here in chat, if you want to stay, I will kick off a little battle royale. Battle royale action. Give away some coins. So I hope y'all's ready. So the nice thing with these battle royales is they give cliff coins. The winner gets 100, which is all going to go towards getting the items, which I need to remove. I'm pretty sure I got to remove the flame lick from everybody who has it.
it looks like it's gone because I don't have it anymore.
Good.
Look at all those naked people.
Yeah, naked people, put some clothes on. The starting gear is all free. Literally, all you got to do is be a follower.
Ooh, I'm not doing well. I won the very first one, and I don't think I'm ever gonna win again. Nope, I'm dead.
Oh,
I might win just by hiding in a corner. Oh no, they're coming for me. Nope, stay over there.
Come on, Trudson got a health pack.
Smitty's about to win it. Smitty, the naked purple dude, no weapon, no armor, no nothing. Oh no, Bob's encroaching on a health pack. Oh, Bob has a chance.
I don't see the health.
Bob has 2
Yeah.
health packs. Oh, Bob's got this now.
Don't see a health pack. Oh, well, there's a delay on the stream, so yeah.
Oh, Bob still got his ass beat.
What?
Smitty for the win.
What the fuck?
Clearly, Cliff does not have the delay we have.
I
No,
don't
'cause
know.
he's watching the actual thing.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
The nice thing is, though, that people who are seeing this are seeing it at the same rate of me saying it. So, for them, there's no delay either. For you guys, there's a delay. But if this would work the way it's supposed to, this would be in low latency mode, and then we wouldn't have this issue.
With what we've had today, let's not complain about other things not working and let them
no,
break.
fuck that. I'm gonna complain still, because this is still not working the way it should be. I gotta say, though, so Bob, I did not follow your advice. And I put all the Stream Loots cards with the same type of alert that I showed you guys.
Uh-huh.
And it's not that intrusive.
Okay.
I dig it. Because of the fact that it's only a 4-second animation, it's just kind of and then there.
Fair.
But all the things are... so if you're still here and you're watching, now would be a good time to share, if you haven't yet, all of the social stuffs. We are 4 of 6 shares away from this.
I did a share. I don't know if it counted or not.
Yeah, I got it.
And
Okay.
I shared it and on Twitter, but on Twitter I did the quote.
Yep, no, I got
so
it.
I don't know if that counts.
I got it, yep.
Interesting. Yay for random psychic.
Allie says she also shared.
Yeah, I shared a couple times. Yeah.
A little roll for the second half, and it's a 2.
I need to update that verbiage, but Arkin just gained an influence point
How?
from Table of Fate.
Ah.
I still miss player points. I liked PP.
I mean, you can still have PP, just
Ha.
not player points.
But who is PP?
It's an intermission. I can eat teddygrams.
You sure can.
That's why I was getting into some of these alternate chips.
Ah! Sin? Got your beat.
I only got a little bag.
Yeah, no, he'll straight up chug that. It's disgusting.
Chug
I
what?
don't even like these.
Oh. Is there any other way to eat those? I thought that's how you did it.
I can't do that.
Well, I mean,
Don't you
get
start
good,
whining,
scrub.
you're fine.
Oh God! It's like the cheek movement that you can see.
Yeah, right? Fucking disgusting.
You take them in little shot
So
glasses.
mad!
It's fucking embarrassing.
Man. So, Allie, had you played that fate card like 5 minutes earlier, that'd have been really good.
Wait, which one?
Yeah.
The one that gives everybody disadvantage at camp.
Oh, yeah, that would have been real bad.
It would have been fucking funny.
Everyone.
Can you
put away
fucking
your
not?
tools.
Also, I'd like to take this opportunity to plug the wonderful The Game Beyond All Games Christian LARPing book.
Oh god, I remember that.
The Bible? Wait,
I was
what?
not drunk enough to forget that.
Stop. You lose all our followers.
No, it's God.
No, but it literally says in the rules, if you have red hair, you can't play a good guy.
No, chaplain's religious. I need that as a guidebook.
I think it's on Amazon.
Oh, it is probably.
That's interesting.
Interesting is a word for it.
Yeah, the game Beyond All Games.
Mhm.
It's $5.50.
Yep.
Expensive.
Do you want it?
No. God, don't put that in this house.
But it has the one-click option.
Just saying. Listening to Nick and
Was it
Volley.
Higley?
No,
Or was it Luke?
no. It was who plays Volley? Pete.
Pete?
Yeah. Listening to them like read this dramatically was one of the most hilarious things I've ever.
Okay,
I
fine.
don't remember Pete reading it.
You may buy it.
Reading it.
All right, so, in the middle of the night, Screech, you have this dream,
Oh no.
and it is a vivid retelling of something that happened in your childhood, that you still think about to this day. What was it?
I have to look back at her fucking backstory to remember that. Probably one of the first things that I did as a missionary, what we talked about in my backstory, where their caravan was attacked by a group of local thugs, and it was like the first time I lost somebody that I cared about, and that was just lost alone in the woods after that, and it's the reason that she can't be left alone. So probably just that absolutely horrifying slaughter and the terrifying days alone afterwards.
And in this dream, you are foraging and trying to take care of yourself on the trail. The first time that you've been alone in your life, really. And seeing of what happened with Nesbar, it kind of makes sense that you'd be feeling that way again. But unlike...
I think that was right before Nesbar found me, actually. So that
correct, yep.
Yep.
But unlike when it happened to you before, in your dream, you are foraging through the wreckage of the caravan, and you find this large knapsack that looks out of place for its current location. And it's made out of like this nice crushed velvet that's red. And it has this very intricate brown stitching up the side of it. And the ropes that tie it shut are of a very, very high quality cord.
Okay.
Is it a vivid dream? Can she like?
I mean, it's nice, so I want to take it.
Yeah, and it's large. That's the thing.
Yeah. How large is it?
It's about 2.5 feet tall, and probably about 18 or so inches wide. And from the looks of it, it looks like whatever's inside of it has sort of a rounded top to it.
I'm gonna untie the cord and see if it's something I can move or take or.
As you untie the cord and open up this bag, you see that there is a large egg inside of it. And this egg almost has like cow spots to it of a deep, deep brown, and the other areas of it are like a cream color.
Oh, got breakfast, huh?
It's a dream. You don't see
You're
it.
not in my dream.
I know.
Gonna tie the bag back shut and like try to like. I don't know if I'd be able to pick it up. It's over half my height.
What's your strength? Like,
It's more of I don't know if my arms are big enough to hold it. I'm gonna try to like move it somewhere safe and warm. Just, like look around and see if there's some place I can put it that'd be safer than where it is.
I mean, so as you pick it up, I mean, this thing is huge for you to pick up. And you look sort of ridiculous carrying this thing that is like your body's size. And it's heavier than you anticipated it being. It probably weighs about 25 pounds. But yeah, you take it and you set it down next to the fire that you had created. And you were sitting there listening as this thing is by the fire, and you hear this chirping noise come from that direction, kind of like a prrr. And that's when you guys all wake up.
I'm gonna, pack up and get ready bright and early.
And Chaplain, as you get up, you see that the jackal is already awake. And he's standing next to a tree, and he's just sort of peering out into the woods.
I'm going to stand next to him and quietly ask, Jackal, what is it that you are looking for?
Not looking for, just listening. It's amazing the type of things you can hear when you actually clear your mind and just listen.
I'm going to do exactly that. I'm going to try and think of nothing and just listen. Not that it means anything, but when a godlike power says, hey, this sounds interesting, you do the interesting thing.
We're just gonna look around to see if she sees what she saw in her dream.
Sure, give me an investigation check.
Well.
Are you wearing pants? Who knows?
It's not terrible.
Yeah, so you guys see, like, as you're getting up and getting ready, you see Screech, like, pecking about, like, looking around trees and things, like, very intently.
Hey, early bird, I'm trying to get some worms.
She just turns and looks at him and, like, shakes her head and goes immediately back to looking again.
Okay.
That's rude.
It wasn't a rude shake, it was just, like, a very distracted, like, nah, just...
Absol, Arkin, what are you guys doing?
Packing up everything and just waiting for everyone else to finish setting up. You got no morning routine?
Yep.
Beryl?
Same, pretty much. Not doing anything of importance.
So yeah, so you guys finish packing everything up, and Screech, you unfortunately don't find anything in your search. And you guys regroup and start heading your way back. Chaplain, did you have any questions that you planned on prying
Yes.
during the walk? Okay.
The hold on, find it again. Oh, Jackal, I know this may be complex, but do you have a full list of the portfolios? And if you don't want to, ramble all of that and want to just send it to me later, that's fine.
Oh no, he definitely does.
Yeah.
And he just goes off the top of his head. He's like, well, I don't have any order for these, but there's winter and wizards and tyranny and misfortune and murder and agriculture and lies and peace, protection, endurance, the dead, birth and renewal, illusion, joy, hurt, thieves, the forest, he ushers around, death, magic, divination and fate, the moon, darkness and loss, the wilds, love and beauty, disease and poison, storms, war, courage and self-sacrifice, good fortune, the sea, trade, and these are just the primaries. And there's the secondaries. You have of the dragon deities. You have the chromatic dragons, the metallic dragons, the gem dragons, and he just keeps going.
Yeah, I only got about half of that. Okay, what I got is what I got. I'm gonna be kind of just.
Was Chaplin writing all that down as
He is writing them. Yeah.
So, as you open your book and start writing, you see that there is something that was scribbled in the top of your book that says, "Pantheons are the houses of the gods. Deities are the gods themselves." Even though that book never left your side.
Handwriting, language.
Oh, it's in common and legible.
Bob, you totally just type that into your name field.
I keep hitting tab to change things and it moves over to my name.
Jesus.
Okay, can you repeat that one more time since that's not my name?
Are you sure it's not your name, though?
It might be.
So pantheons are the houses of the gods, and deities are the gods themselves.
Okay. Interesting. As for portfolios, tell me about that.
And after a few hours of walking and Chaplin chewing his ear off the entire time, you guys make your way to Durentius.
Straight to Mama's house.
Yeah, anyone who's paying attention will notice, like, Arkin, who's usually, like, very cold, very calculating, or has some little smirk on his face when he's doing something he shouldn't. Like, he has this, like, hopefulness in his eyes that you really haven't seen on his face before. But he isn't really saying anything.
You must think there's loot nearby.
Or a god that promised him loot.
Hey, you don't be joking around when it's talking about mama. So he just follows your guys' lead as you guys just walk into town and just make the right turn. Like, you don't even say anything to anybody.
He's making a right turn. He's making another right turn.
So, before we enter, what is your expected outcome from this conversation?
Closure.
And what if you find out that there's nothing that you can do for her?
Then at that point, we will know that we've tried absolutely everything.
I mean, nowhere else to go after bringing a god here, right?
I will go in alone.
Just so we are clear, if you can't make her better, your position on perhaps like a mercy killing or something to spare her more pain by ending her life early, that is not what we're looking for. I'm not sure what life means to an immortal anymore.
I know what death means, and if it is not your mother's will to die, I will not be the one to bring that to her.
And even if her will is to die?
Then who are you to say no?
I would prefer it not be in the hands of someone that we brought. And especially not before we had a chance to say goodbye.
That is fair.
That is all I ask. Thank you.
Absol steps back.
He walks in, shuts the door, and you hear a lock latch.
Ooh.
And Arkin just immediately is pacing back and forth.
And as you guys are standing there, you just hear like this gruff voice erupt from behind you guys. As Quell's like, so you guys don't even say anything? You just stop in and then not even a hello, nothing? What?
It's something important. We'll discuss it later, but we'll find you. We have stuff to talk about.
I will return in an hour. And I walk over to whatever this fuckhead's name is. And I stand up to him and, do you have some vodka?
He just gets this big stupid look on his face. We always have vodka.
Shall we?
So yeah, he walks off with you.
I'm gonna try and bless some vodka again.
Oh God.
It's like we're not looking for a repeat of what happened last time.
I have sufficient evidence to understand that the events were unrelated.
Like, I have my doubts,
If you do not
but you can see that we're headed in that direction. So
I'm just doing this to distract him and give them their time, their peace, and whatnot. Because I knew it would work.
What's Screech doing?
I'm gonna find a place to practice my violin now that I am proficient in it. Don't shake your head at me, John.
Go ahead and give me a violin skill check. Sounds weird to say it that way.
Oh my
shit.
God! I'm so good at it now. Yeah.
Well, Screech went down to Dorentia. She was looking for a soul to steal.
Fuck, I can't breathe. It's fucking stuck in my head, Jake. God damn it.
I haven't heard that song in forever.
So as you guys are in front of the house, you just hear this beautiful sound just erupt from the center of town somewhere as this perfectly conducted violin solo breaks out.
She has been studying that book.
Yeah, fucking have.
We're just like, how do you get that good from reading? I'm confused.
She's very studious.
And like,
it really is just she's like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you put your fingers on the string.
you don't pluck these instruments? I thought the whole time I was...
You don't just smack it
How
together.
weird.
You actually like, oh.
See, the lie is she's just holding it above the instrument and she's just making the noise with her mouth.
Yeah, she's just...
Okay,
She's
you know what? Fuck you.
she's just reciting the sounds that she's heard before. It's not supposed to sound, right?
Why does it sound like there's more than one instrument playing?
Right, all of a sudden this entire orchestra sound breaks out.
She could actually self-harmonize.
Yeah, for sure. And Absol and Arkin, for you two, it's almost eerie sounding because of just the tone of the violin and just the dramaticness of the sound of this in this moment almost adds to the tension as you wait. Especially when it starts getting to like a...
I'm totally picturing the violin song from Titanic as it's sinking. Oh no, Mama, no!
I can't imagine she would play a sad song. Not with, not now.
There's room for 2 people on that door, you selfish bitch.
That's what I always say.
That's what...
I'm still recovering. My lungs aren't 100%. Please don't make me laugh that hard. It hurts.
No one's allowed to laugh on a D&D screen.
Melissa, get a drink.
That's what I always say.
Yeah, that's my life's motto.
There's nothing in there.
Beryl, what are you doing?
Boy, let me tell you what. I probably just, I don't know. This is the brothers thing. I'm just kind of here waiting.
And awkwardly it is.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just standard awkwardly close to Absol and Arkin with a stupid upbeat look.
Yeah. I'm sure she'll be fine, really.
He seems swell. So Chaplain, Quell takes you into the bar, and he just walks right up to the counter, reaches behind it, and he pulls out 4 bottles of vodka, 2 in each hand, and he just sets it down in front of you at the table. All right, what kind of magic you working with?
I'm going to try to bless it, having better understanding of the process from last time. And I'm going to push 3 out of the way and focus on 1, because I'm not gonna push the boundaries on this. I now know that I successfully blessed the vodka last time, or at least without ill effects, and I know based off of the jackal crawling from the sky and shit that the blood from the sky was from the Pantheon book and not from my effects, so I'm not concerned about blessing the vodka again. And importantly, it was something to do to get him to stop bothering the two who are dealing with mourning and the mother and so on.
Yeah, so you push the other 3 bottles away, and he just grabs one of them and uncorks it, starts chugging it as you're doing it.
I'm not going to be the completely focused out, zoned out that I was last time, because I'm not as trusting of the environment, but I feel like he'll be nice to me while I'm trying to do something nice for him. So I'm just gonna...
Hey.
He ain't done nothing to you.
No, but his friends have done many things to many people.
But Quell has been nothing but a gentleman to you.
Yes, but Quell's not the only one in this room, and that's the concern. It's not Quell that I'm concerned about. It's random people picking my pockets. But I'll just perform the ceremony as standard, which is a spell that I have prepared.
Okay. And that takes an hour?
Yes.
So, like, as you're starting it up, you know, people start to recognize who you are from the few times that you've been here and, you know, the impact that you've made. And you got
Holy water man.
You have people that are looking on, some of them with genuine curiosity, some of them with just absolute horror. And Quell sees this going on, and he just stands up and he's like,
As a growling stone.
he's like, Chaplain here, he's gonna show you all that the gods are on our side.
Oh,
And
this
what
is gonna
happened
fuck
last
up.
time,
Oh no, I'm gonna be the cliffhanger again.
what happened last time had nothing to do with him blessing this vodka. Ma, get some music playing in here. Everybody, come on, have a good time. And he's like trying to get everybody just riled up and into it. And before you know it, it's turned into people just cheering and chanting and people having songs that are being sung as you're sitting here blessing this vodka.
And I've learned how to make a party in Durentius. The chaplain is the middle of the party in a thief town. Interesting.
Hey, I got the music going for the party, so
One
Yeah.
of us.
we just need dancers.
There's plenty of that going on. But Screech,
Nope.
you're not in the bar, unfortunately. You're still outside playing.
Dancing is
You can
better.
probably hear me. Violins are loud as fuck.
Yeah, but I mean, you got the roar of a bunch of drunk people in a building.
Oh, that's true.
And not to mention, as you're in the middle of playing your song, you stop for a moment because through the sound of your viol, you hear the sound of coming from the distance. And it sounds exactly like it did in your dream.
Hold the string. Okay, because she's
Why
holding it.
is she so dumb? She's gonna stop playing and go towards the sound.
So the sound is coming from the southwest of where you're at, beyond like the tents and whatnot of the city, into the woods a little bit.
Yeah. So this direction.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. We're going. We're gonna stop by the tents and listen and see if we hear it again. You say
Yeah.
we like I'm there.
Yeah, so you stop for a moment, and again, further off in the distance, you hear that.
Does it sound any louder?
Not necessarily louder, no. You get a
Not
general
having gotten
sense of
closer?
where it's coming from.
I'm gonna head in that direction and mimic the sound back.
Yeah, so I mean, you're able to duplicate the sound like identically, and as you start doing it, it starts doing it more frequently.
I'm gonna keep going towards it.
Are you changing
Dumb
your
baby.
Are you changing your tone any? Are you still like, are you like every time it does it, are you doing it back or?
Yeah.
So as you both pick up frequency, it comes to a point where like it's almost like a call in return. And then as you're about 150 so feet into the woods, the sound just stops. And you hear this sort of low growl.
Does it sound like when we've heard vampires growl, or does it sound like something else?
It does not sound like a vampire, no.
Screech is gonna make the brrr sound again.
As you do, you hear this rustle come from the bushes by you, and you see an owl bear cub come out of the bushes and approach you.
Do I see signs of anything like its parent or something larger has been around nearby?
Give me an investigation check.
Oh fuck. This isn't gonna go well. Not well at all.
You do not see any signs of a parent.
Okay, I'm gonna roll animal handling and see if I can mimic the sound and call it closer to me.
No signs that are apparent.
Fuck you. Oh, that's not a good roll.
There are 10 golden D20s at play.
Yeah, I'm gonna use one because there's 10 of them.
If you're trying to mimic the sound, wouldn't you be able to do that like perfectly, like no matter what?
The sound, yeah, she can mimic the sound perfectly no matter what.
Yeah. But like trying to like coax it closer is gonna be. Can't do that on sound alone. It's gonna be like, hey.
Go ahead and redo your animal handling.
That's worse.
So as you make that sound again, it tilts its head at you, and it sort of apprehensively walks closer.
I'm gonna reach into my bag. I still have one thing of rations. Yes. And I'm going to pull out like some jerky or something and like hold it out.
And as you do, it lowers its ears and it walks up to you and it grabs it out of your hand and then it like bounces away a little bit. And it gets about 10 feet away from you and it stops and it turns and looks at you as it's just chewing on it.
Screech is gonna sit and mimic the sound again while just like not looking directly at it, but at like out of the corner of her eye, just like, hey.
As you do, you see from your peripheral this thing starts to circle around like behind you, and you see it like bobbing from like your left and right of your peripheral as it's sort of getting a little bit closer, and it disappears from view for a second, and you just feel the hot breath on the back of your neck as this thing comes up to you.
Just gonna mimic the sound again.
Absol, Arkin,
Cool.
are you guys having any sort of discussion or anything as you're standing there?
Not unless he says something first.
Nope, dead silent.
Still pacing.
So an hour has went by since the jackal went in there. Chaplain, you've just finished up blessing this bottle.
Uh-huh. Did it bless successfully? Were there problems? Is it happy? Did blood rain from the sky?
Yes.
You don't notice anything turning red just yet.
I'm going to take the bottle, pour a respectively small shot of it, and try it.
How is it?
A lot stronger than I'm expecting because I don't drink vodka, I drink wine.
And you see everybody
Get
just
that.
gets quiet, and everybody's just watching as you stand up and pour this little shot. And you take the shot, and everybody's just like... And Quell grabs the bottle by the neck, and he's like, "You see, there's absolutely nothing to worry about." And he throws his hand up in the air, and as he throws his hand up in the air, you see the liquid just go poof, and turn blood red.
I'm gonna take the bottle back from him.
Give me that.
You try, but he doesn't give it to you. And he just starts laughing. And as he pulls his hand away, you see that he had some berries that he palmed in his hand when he did that. And as he does that, everybody in the place erupts with laughter.
That was my favorite.
I will accept it and I will clap gently towards it.
Golf
I'll
clap.
take that.
Chapman actually forms an expression in his face.
Not physically possible. Don't have the structure.
How does Arkin say it? Fuck you. So he just starts laughing and he swigs the vodka and he's like, "Oh, it's even better than the first batch."
I'm going to glance out a window, just to be safe.
It's still nice and golden out.
And I reply, "Indeed, it is much better."
Beryl, Ark, and Absol, you guys hear the sound from behind you as you're standing there looking. And as you turn to look, you see Screech walking towards you with this 3-foot tall, 200-pound owlbear cub following at her side.
I'm so happy.
And this is how you get her to care if Screech dies.
Oh, great. They're fucking multiplying.
Fuck you.
I sure hope this one doesn't ravage everything.
Ravage was Bardrock's pet, not Vakdos.
Oh, please. Same
Yeah, it's
thing.
fair.
I do appreciate the similarities between an owlbear and a patoo. Close enough. It can be an easy confusion.
Where did you find that?
She mimics the sound and then like points off to the woods.
Oh, good. Put it back.
As you do the prrr, it does too, and it looks up at you, sort of marking a place.
I'm so happy
Oh my god.
about this. Shut up.
Now, Screech, you have to take very good care of it.
Screech like
where's the
scooches
mom?
his head and it's just like it's only a foot shorter than she is.
Where's the mother?
Screech just kind of like looks at the cub and then back up and just shrugs.
Arkin rubbing his temples, looking at Absol like,
There.
Yes.
Do me a favor. Go to wherever Quell went and let him know to be on the lookout for a mama owlbear.
Rampaging owlbear.
In a mix of different voices, she's just like, "Wood's clear. No, mom."
so you
do that
killed
for
the
me,
mother?
Beryl?
I will
Okay.
still go find him just to be safe.
Thank
kill.
you.
Fine.
Stole.
Fine.
Whatever you want to call it.
Fucking Arkin is one to fucking talk semantics around stealing.
You haven't seen him steal yet.
Why do you think I said it without the accent?
And Chaplain, after you get done blessing that, what are you doing?
I'm going to ask to be excused for just a minute and step outside because I want to see the results of knowledge phase. Jackal.
Yeah,
Knowledge
like no one
phase.
even really,
Knowledge phase.
no one even notices you leaving. The party is
Interesting.
too strong right now. It's like noon. It's like party time.
Then I'm gonna
Yeah.
walk over to the house.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
So as you approach, you see Arkin and Screech having a debate,
Chat.
a squabble. You see an
Squabble.
owlbear cub.
Oh, good. Chaplain, you're back. She's finding shit and claiming it as her own, and now we're going to have a red-paging, angry owlbear mother coming to kill everyone here, so... Now you're caught up. He returns to pacing.
As you say that, you hear as the latch unlocks and the door slowly opens.
He, like, freezes in his tracks and is locked onto that door.
Lock on a door.
You all can come in. The owlbear cannot.
Screech just kind of like looks at him and then like it's like this protective stance on the owl bear and just like
You stand there with that. The rest of you may come in.
Arkin runs in.
And you see your mom just sitting up in the bed.
And
So-
he's going to run over and kneel beside her. Mom, you
So-
okay?
She's like, yes, I'm fine. I've had a nice discussion with the jackal here.
How are you feeling?
I'm good. I feel the same.
And he just turns back and looks at the jackal and waits.
Well, as I said, I am no healer, but your mother has quite the interesting tale. And it leads me to believe that you all stumbling upon me was more than just a coincidence. Your mother's affliction is one that has been in the making for a long time. The cataclysms and the demons had nothing to do with it. They just happened to manifest themselves around the time that they happened. The extra stress probably didn't help. But there's no kind way to put this. Her affliction is because of you two.
What do you mean?
Your father was never meant to reproduce. Your birth went against all odds. And by all accounts, you should not be alive. But unfortunately, the darkness from within him spread to your mother. And since the day that you were conceived, she has been dying.
You're saying we've killed her?
In a sense, yes. But per her accounts, you are the best thing that happened to her. Had she never been impregnated, she would have not lost her connection and she would not be in the situation she is in now. But she does not regret it. The things that I will say are this. It is not probable that you will ever find a cure for her. But it is not impossible.
What do we have to do?
I see the book that you read. I see that you are trying to study the arcane. How much do you know of magic?
Studied it up and down and feel like I'm getting close to a breakthrough.
And what about you, Absol?
Well, my power's not something self-taught.
That I can see. So, through your studies, have you heard of people that were able to garner enough knowledge in the arcane to be able to cast a wish spell?
Nope.
Only the strongest of the arcane have learned to directly intervene with the web of magic. And they are able to ask it directly to make a change. But, much like all power, there is a give and a take with this sort of magic. There are many of stories throughout history of people learning the wish spell, of interacting with jinn who have an innate ability to grant wishes. And most of these stories end badly. Either people are overcome with greed, blinded by the power, or are just fools. In the end, it always spells disaster. I say that to say this. The only thing that could cure your mother is a wish.
So I'll either find one of your portfolios or find someone who can do it and make them grant my wish.
But therein lies the great problem. You are the cause of her illness. So by wishing away her illness, you could very well be destroying yourself.
So be it.
And as you look over, you see that your mother is crying at this point.
My brother and I did not ask for this. We had no choice in any of this. but he did this to her.
And your mother had a choice in the matter. And this is what she chose.
She couldn't have known that this would be the result.
No, but she is in the unique position of knowing what the result is. And yet, she doesn't want to change anything.
Arkin like balls up his fist and he's just looking angry. He like, stands up and he gets real close up to the jackal and leans in and says, I want his name. I want to find him. I want to make him pay.
Well, that is a secret not for me to tell. But I will tell you that your father is very much still alive. And if you were to attempt to accost him in your current state, it would be your certain death. There is no amount of force that you can surmise that would be able to take him on. If vengeance is your quest, you need to continue reading your book and strengthen yourself, because you have a long road ahead of you.
What did you mean our roads crossing was no coincidence?
Me coming here and speaking to your mother, she shared some things with me that, despite all the book knowledge in the world, I did not know. And it is a truly humbling experience to learn something new from a mortal. And as I said, I know of your father. Out of all of the people, the thousands of people that could have happened upon me there, you did. The lot of you did. And call it what you will, coincidence is not something that I believe too heavily in. But I think that your mother has the answer to a lot of your questions, and when she is ready to tell you, then you'll know as well.
Absol walks up behind Arkin and he gets his hat, puts it on Arkin, and like holds him close. He looks over at the jackal. Thank you for spending your time here.
Thank you for the opportunity.
And he looks back over at his mom and like moves Arkin closer to her. Now, if everyone can please give us some time.
Step out and return to the tavern. Or return to the tavern.
The jackal nods. I will be just outside the door. And Barrel's just standing there like,
Now that we're alone.
Sure, it's nice to have them all gone now.
So much quieter now, don't you agree? No, he fucked off into the tavern.
Everyone just walks by me and my owlbear. All right, fuck you.
Yeah, I'm gonna hesitate because of Owlbear and chance to talk to Jackal alone, but they have a seat.
Jackal just walks up and he sits down next to you and the owlbear, and he just starts petting it.
Yeah, I imagine Screech is just sitting there like petting it and just like, I have a friend. Friends?
Everyone walks out and she's like pointing to it.
What the fuck?
Friends?
And as everybody leaves, your mother's like, I don't want you doing anything to jeopardize yourself. I've lived my life, and I have no regrets for the paths that I have taken. You all are the result, and if my death is what it takes to bring your life, then I would do it 1,000 times over.
No, he said there was a way. He said it's risky, but we just gotta word it right. If we can find a wish. We can word it right. We can fix this.
Well, as you're saying that, she just puts her hand on your cheek. She's just like, it's fine. John, you're on mute. Or you need to shake it.
It's not fine. Listen, why won't you tell us what you've told him?
Well, you know most of everything that we talked about. But the fact remains that if by doing this you risk hurting yourself and your brother, then I won't hear any further of it.
Please, I ask you one last time. What is our father's name?
I have kept this from you to protect you. His name is not important. The fact that the jackal says he's still alive does not change anything. To me, he is dead. To you both, he is dead. Quell has been more of a father than he has. If you've learned nothing, focus on bringing up the people around you. You have your new friends here. Focus on them. Do not focus on this stupid quest for me. Because if I lose you two, then what do I even have to live for?
As soon as she says that, he takes Absol's hat off and he just throws it to the ground and just barges out of the house.
Doesn't have his own hat to throw.
Absol slowly picks it up and he dusts it off. You know he's not going to stop trying.
Well, that's why I have you. To keep him from doing something stupid and hurting himself, and hurting you, and hurting me. He thinks that by curing this, it's somehow going to change something, but all I hear is, to fix me, I lose you. And that's not a price I'm willing to pay.
I'm not gonna try to do anything that's gonna destroy me or him. I know that would do more harm to you than good. If this is what you want, then so be it.
What I
And
want is for you two boys to actually live a life worth living. If your every action is to try to find a cure for me, then you're not really living. I appreciate everything that you've done, and given the current state, I feel that you have all done everything that you possibly can. And in the end, we knew that it was possible that this is the answer we would be given. So stop living your life for me and live your life for you.
tears start rolling down Absol's cheek. If that's what you want.
Yeah, she wipes them. You can see her eyes are sort of swelled up. That's all I've ever wanted.
He holds her close, kisses her on the forehead, and holds it tight for like another minute. Well, we gotta see where Arkin's run off to.
So, Arkin, as you storm out, the jackal beckons you over, and he stands up and pats the owlbear on the head. And he walks off with you. I know this isn't what you wanted to hear. And I can see in your eyes that you are not going to heed my warnings. But as I said, you need to master your own powers. One thing you're going to have to keep an eye on is your brother's powers.
I know. I advised him against making any deals with beings he didn't quite understand. I also advised him against cutting off his wings. He doesn't. They always think I'm the one that needs to be looked after. No one listens when I try and look after anyone else.
I think there's a fair balance of looking after each other, but his path could lead him to darkness quickly.
So what should I do?
That's up to you. I provide the knowledge. It's up to you to use it. If you are looking for the power of the wish spell, I know of one location on Ozo where you could find it. There is an area to the north, just before you hit the cold, where the veil is very thin between Erebus and the Feywild. And in this location, there is an ancient elf who owns a legitimate wishing well. You have an opportunity to make one wish, but you have to make it wisely. Every word must be meticulously conscribed to mean exactly what you want it to. Because this elf is no normal elf. And her power and her pleasure draw directly from misadventures who use this well.
Does this elf have a name?
Around here, they may know her as Sharathgia. But most of the time, she's known as the Trickster.
So this man, he was not ever supposed to be able to conceive, but yet he did. He is alive, and you know him.
I know of him, yes.
He is mortal, and he is strong.
Yes.
Can you at least give me an area to start looking, if you would not give me his name?
How about this? If you pledge yourself to me, when you are strong enough, I will bring you to him directly. And he reaches out his hand.
Yep, John's the new bad guy again.
What is he not?
You just warned me about a dangerous pledge made by my brother that I should be looking out for. And now you ask me to blindly pledge to you when with no details involved.
As I said before, I would expect no one to blindly pledge.
Then what is involved in this?
As you gain strength, I gain strength. I can see from the look in your eye that you are not going to idly sit by. And as I said before, I feel that it is more than a coincidence that we stumbled upon one another. The stronger my followers are, the stronger I am. Plus, I have the knowledge that you want.
So it's blackmail then.
It's not blackmail at all. I'm more than confident that if you're determined enough, you could find this information elsewhere. What this is a promise that if you do by me, help me become stronger, that when you are ready, I will take you there myself.
I pride myself on being my own person, not belonging to anyone else, not being in servitude to anyone else.
And I would not want to change that. You would not be my servant. If nothing else, you'd be more of a conduit. And your strength strengthens me. My strength strengthens you.
Strengthens me how?
Well, anyone who's close enough to the divine learns boons, harnesses powers that they never did before.
And as you said, power comes at a cost.
It always does.
So you've pitched this as a symbiotic relationship, but yet I feel like there is more that I am missing.
That is completely understandable. But someone who is studious as you, I would assume, would do his research.
And I will have to respectfully decline to agree to something that I may not be able to fulfill or have all the information on.
That is fair. And at this time, he's sort of circled you back around, back towards your ma's house. Well, if we need to speak again, your robot friend can reach me.
Very well.
And do you all mind if I say goodbye to your mother?
Not at all.
And around this time is when Absol is finishing up and he's getting ready to walk out. And the jackal pops his head in, and I appreciate the conversation. It means more to me than you possibly can imagine. And as we said before, I will uphold our end of the agreement. Your secrets are your own, and you may tell them when you are ready. And until the next time we talk, I wish you days of happiness in the future, Asha. As he turns and walks out. And that's where we're going to end it at for the night.
All right. Well, I can text message again.
I have an owl bear, so I think I got the better end of the deal.
Yeah, you have to feed it.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm aware.
I suggest using Arkin.
He already hates me. I can do that. Wait.
Good try.
To be fair, there are now 2 beaks to bite you. Two weakness.
It's all right. Should wake up to the smell of chicken roasting.
Will that be herself or the... I don't know. Would an owl bear smell like chicken, or would it... It's a very... You raise a very philosophical question here.
Uh-huh. We're going to do some experimenting.
Allie's already mad at you.
Of course she is. I piss her off every session.
Yeah, so I suggest you stop.
No, I can't do that.
I think your owl bear tastes like chicken. Fuck off!
Yes.
God.
All right. While we do our closing ceremonies here, let's do another battle royale. Thank you everybody that popped in here. I apologize for all the fucking bumps that we had at the start of this thing. I still have to figure some things out because I still can't use that InVec encoding. That was what's stopping me from using Streamlabs OBS. I had to change it back to the software encoding and it worked just fine. So I don't know what is going on with that, but I'll figure it out.
That's what I said. It's a figured it.
I figured it out. So with that being said, we reached our stream loots goal for the day. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. So if you want to earn yourself a Streamloots deck, where's the queue at? Remove all. Okay. The queue is open. Do !GIMME for a chance to win. GIMME. Next week, expect more Stream Avatar customizations. The legacy character outfits will be available, but it doesn't look like it's going to be for free. So you'll have to use your Cliff coins to purchase them.
I demand a Grimble.
Grimble's going to be DLC.
Cost double.
Ever notice how overpowered Cliff's robot is?
The robot
cheater.
that's like, I think never won a battle royale. Yeah.
It's always in the finals.
So that will be available next week. And with that, the neat thing is it actually brings wings, tails, capes into the mix. So expect to see those types of gears for your stream avatar. And then more clothing too. That's gonna be my main focus for the next week. Is gonna be to get clothing in there, so there's more options. So that way we don't have all you naked people running around. At least put a cape on. Oh wait, who won it? Or is it still going? No, it's not still
No
going.
cape cocking.
What the hell? Who won? The
The
fucking
robot
robot won it.
Fucking
No.
robot.
No. I'm still talking. We're doing another one. That's funny. So expect that. I'm gonna fine tune the alerts. You guys didn't get to see the alerts because we didn't have a lot of new people in here. But hold on, these alerts are sweet. Here you go. So, follow alert. I love it. And the text inside of the chat changes based on it too. So yeah, all that fun stuff. I think that's all I got. Yeah. So while I look for who we're going to raid, !GIMME if you want to enter the Stream Loops giveaway.
Please. Yes.
Fuck you.
No. You get off of it, community show, you motherfucker.
Seriously, my robot's in the finals again.
I fucking told you.
It always fucking is.
Fucking cheater.
God damn it, community showcase. How dare you?
Hey, there we go. We got an actual winner.
Not yet, we don't.
Yeah. Well, Cliff
Robot's
doesn't
gonna
get
pull
the
it
In
out.
the
delay
real
that
world,
we
we do.
Oh, snap!
Woo!
Virgo Pro Z.
What?
Jump!
So, Legends of Avantis is running a subscribers only stream, so we're gonna go to Goblin Cave.
Down to Goblin Town.
Jump, motherfucker, jump.
Where am I? I fucking jumped.
My delay on stream is so large.
So-
Yeah, it's
So that's another thing. So I'm gonna try to figure out the INVEC coding. Once I get the INVEC encoding in here, then I will be able to turn on low latency mode, and then it should only be like a 1 second delay.
Oh, cool.
Fancy.
But you know, I need my shit to stop fucking up.
I mean, that's ideal.
Well,
That's all. I just need my shit to stop fucking up. That's all.
Yeah,
cost extra.
just get your shit together, Cliff. Just
Right? I know.
get it all together, put it in a backpack. I don't care what you do with it. Just get it together.
Right. I just gotta figure something out here.
Figure it out.
All right, so like 10 more seconds, I'm gonna close the giveaway. So last chance, !GIMME if you want to be entered to win a Stream Loose deck. You know you want this deck.
Do it.
Yeah. Going once, going twice. Done. Wait for the stream delay. Okay. And Dredson wins.
Yay.
So we're gonna do this real quick.
Pizza Hut is making stuffed Cheez-It pizza?
Why not?
What?
Why not? America.
What the fuck?
America.
They spent so long wondering if they could.
Right. They never stopped to think whether they should.
I'm scared.
Mommy. Wait. Oh, it's like a calzone?
Yes.
Is your new dream snack?
The link won't load because Nerdist, but
Yeah, you don't want to load it anyways. You don't want to know. You think you want to know,
Like-
but you don't.
I do want to know though.
it
No.
could be good, maybe, but Pizza Hut, so probably not.
Definitely
That's
not
fair.
because of Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut used to be fucking baller, and now it's Garbo.
Okay.
Same thing with fucking Burger King. But,
No, Burger King's still the best of all the fast food burgers. Well, Burger King and Wendy's.
Okay.
Hooray.
Wendy's.
So we're gonna raid Goblin Cave. So thank you guys again for popping in here. I appreciate it. We'll be back next week. Again, the link changed, so make sure you share and let everybody know the link changed. Important shit. And more fun stuff next week. So thank you guys again. Have a beautiful night. And if you want more D&D goodness, stick around and enjoy Goblin Cave because they're cool peoples too, and their stream is beautiful. So thank you guys. Have a great night.